Alright, now we're going to have the last double battle of the day for this stream, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. So let's start this battle against Luna for a double battle, and this is going to be my personal happy battle right now. That we have the Drifblim set up. So if you look down over here, we got Drifblim, Dunsparce, Snorlax. We have it updated to the 5th generation, or 6th generation, but unfortunately Luna has Rain. This is going to be hard. This is going to be actually pretty brutal. Like, of all the times I bring my Rain, I bring my team, it's going to be against Rain. Rain is one of the hard stops to the strategy. So I'm going to set up my team really quick. And the problem about Rain is that Thundurus. That Thundurus bringing Thunder. Because Thunder bypasses accuracy check. It has perfect accuracy. It will not miss. Which is actually a very bad thing for me. And then we have Politoed bringing Drizzle. So this is just going to be a really crazy battle overall. And just going to read the chats really through. Okay, cool. This is what it's at. So Politoed throwing out the Drizzle. And now we're just going to see the Thunder. So I got to take some risks right now. And I'm thinking, hopefully the Thundurus isn't like Scarf timid. Like if it's Scarf modest, I might be able to survive pretty well. I'm going to throw out the Air Slash. And if I can get some flinch hacks onto the Thundurus, we might be able to make this work. So now we just kind of wait on that one. Like that's all I'm really hoping for, is that if Drifblim can get that slight little bit of setup that it needs, we might be able to turn this into something. Now, I'm not too worried. Okay, so that's the withdraw on the Politoed. Just set the Rain. Am I going to have to worry about double Thunder? I think I might have to worry about double Thunder. Oh, that Air Slash into Sceptile would have been brutal. Thundurus with the taunt. So he's just going to be Prankster Taunt. So, I mean, I don't even get to do anything with Drifblim. That's upsetting. Not even going to use Thunder. Alright. I was going for Amnesia too. I was going to try to absorb the Thunder if something went wrong. There's really no point of doing anything with Drifblim now, so it's actually pretty broken. What do we do? I'm going to go for the Sceptile. Thinking if I Air Slash Sceptile, that's at least going to be a solid amount of damage. I have a great amount of speed because of the Scarf. Might be into like I just can't switch out the Drifblim, unfortunately, which is kind of sucky. Like that's really all I'm worried about. Like, can't switch out Drifblim because I don't want Snorlax or Dunsparce to be eating an extra hit, so I'm gonna have to leave them in to die. I'm taunted, which is kind of bad. So which draws the Sceptile? So going for a double switch in doubles into the Scizor. So Scizor is going to be very protected under that Rain. And this is, I'm just going to get bodied. I'm just going to get straight up bodied by this. Air Slash doing a good amount of damage. And there's a Discharge. So, not even going for all that Thunder. I mean, look at that. Drifblim's still tanking it out like a boss. I'm fast. Oh, wait. Discharge hit Scizor. And I struggle. Take that, Thundurus. You get struggled. And Drifblim taking damage, so. So yeah, I don't even get to choose my target. I think it just hits the direct adjacent one. Scizor might be throwing out the Bullet Punch. So now it's just going to be... Yeah. Ooh, okay. I was expecting the Bullet Punch. But it switches back into the Sceptile. That's kind of silly. I was wondering if that's what the Discharge was for. Drifblim has no moves left and uses Struggle. Hits Sceptile this time. Okay, apparently it just chooses a random target. I'm okay with Drifblim doing this. Now, Air Slash. If I can get the flinch, this might have worked out. Switches. Got the flinch. Okay. Drifblim's taunt wears off as well. Do I go for it? Can I get one minimize? Drifblim minimize the dream. Because, I mean, Thundurus is kind of put into an interesting situation. It has to taunt me with its Prankster, or it has to Discharge to power up that Mega Sceptile. And Togekiss is going to be very fast. Discharge will clean out both of my Pokemon, but it does give Drifblim the opportunity for the minimize hacks. But if it goes for taunt, that means Togekiss gets free reign. So I think we can play around it. That's gonna be the Mega Sceptile. I want it, if I can clean out the Mega Sceptile, it might be okay. It's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. Ah, so he went for the discharge. Okay. Actually, that was terrible on my part now that I think about it. Because he can just go for the discharge and then taunt me anyways. So I'm just hanging on to the minimize. Now, maybe taunt will miss because of the minimize. And I don't get the evasion. Darn. I was playing for the hacks, and the hacks didn't work. Critical hit on Togekiss as well. So we know Scizor is kind of low. We know Politoed's the only other Pokemon. And I think I'll be alright. There might be a lot of damage, though. Because that taunt was just really brutal to have to go up against. I was running pure offensive teams all day with, like, the... like, if I brought anything else, it would have worked out a lot better than the Drifblim. So that's going to be the Scizor. Wondering what Thundurus has besides the taunt and the discharge. Scizor could be scary. But Scizor is kind of low. So I think I can focus this one down pretty correctly. Scizor might have superpower. That could blow up Snorlax, and then I'll be a very unhappy camper. I think this play might work. This play might work. It's kind of all I'm hoping for, is this play might work. Politoed is still alive, but Politoed's at full health. The rest of his team's down. I feel like it's really even right now. When you kind of keep looking around at it. I think I've made a pretty good choice. I'm expecting the Thundurus to use Taunt. And I hope I can play around that Taunt. If I play around the Taunt correctly, I think this might be my game. Now we're waiting. I want to see what happens with the rest of this turn. It's not mine. Like, I already chose my move. So, Thundurus goes for a Thunder Wave. Very interesting. That's... Scizor's going for the Roost. Oh boy. It's going to start that setup going. Damn. That was like what I didn't want. Okay, Rock Slide. That should do a little bit of damage to Thundurus. Just a little. And... oh no. Good, Snorlax. I was like, not enough damage, but there's the crunch. Okay. Thundurus faints. What's Scizor going to be up to? I was hoping that wasn't Roost. I was hoping that was more of an offensive aggro Scizor, because aggro Scizor would have been very nice to go up against. But now, we just kind of have to see what happens with all these shenanigans. I have to figure out who the bigger problem is. Do that. Hopefully Snorlax doesn't get paralyzed too much. I really don't need to be paralyzed right now. This is another intense battle, actually. It's starting to really get there. I have to get into my thinking action mode. Got my arm draped over the chair. Just stroking my light beard right now. Just kind of understanding what's going on. Just waiting to see what happens. Because this could go... I don't like that Roost. I was hoping it wasn't Roost, because then the Rock Slide would have been a little bit of damage, and I could have cleaned it up really quickly with the Snorlax. I was expecting the Taunt, which is why I went for the offensive Crunch. I could have gotten a free stockpile, but that could have opened up some problems because Thundurus would have still been alive. Scizor went for the double Roost. Good. Good. I was actually hoping for that. In a way. Enough. Kind of. Politoed with the Ice Beam. Who's Ice Beam aiming for? Dunsparce. Uh-oh. You're letting the Snorlax set up. I don't think you want to let the Snorlax set up. So I got the Thunder Wave onto Scizor. Scizor's paralyzed. Snorlax with the stockpile, so I didn't get paralyzed there. Snorlax is at full +1. I'm afraid that there's a superpower on that Scizor, though. And that's going to make me hate life. So... going to get another stockpile. And I'm going to just kind of see where the damage is. Okay, Politoed used Ice Beam. If I get frozen on the Dunsparce, man, that's like the last thing I need. Thunder Wave. Okay, I got it. Both Pokemon are now going to get Parahaxed. That's how Dunsparce likes to play. Swords Dance. This is going to get fast. Oh, okay. Snorlax got paralyzed. What do we do now? Because Scizor's setting up faster than me. Okay, Scizor's setting up. Snorlax did not need to get paralyzed right there. I'm wondering how much damage the +6 Scizor is going to have on top of my +3 Snorlax. So that's going to be 1.5 times damage, I think? Or 2.5 times? No, 1.5. There's a lot of math involved. It's going to be like double damage. But if it's only bullet punch, I shouldn't be too worried. I'm going to keep going. So he's focusing out Dunsparce. Alright. Dunsparce goes down. And that's probably going to be game because of that setup. Too strong. Okay. SNORLAAAX got paralyzed again. No! No, I was going for the power play. Oh, snap. I don't know what to do now. I did not need to get paralyzed twice in a row like that. I think this one's over. I almost came back, and then it was the right Scizor. If it didn't have Roost, I could have busted it. But Roost, Swords Dance, Bullet Punch, Bug Bite, U-Turn, Knockoff. It has something. And it had the right something. Oh, yeah, I didn't finish on my SNORLAAAX. Bullet Punch, okay. How much damage? Okay. Politoed got paralyzed. I took the risk here. No! 3 paralysis in a row. Well, that's over. That's over. Because what I was going to do is I was going to Belly Drum, hope for Scizor to get paralyzed, then rest, and then try to crunch down that Scizor and win. It's just... I got 3 in a row. That's game. So yeah, I didn't... And watch me, like, wake up now, but it's... Or not get paralyzed now. See, I was hoping for, like, super para hacks. There was really nothing I could have done. So I couldn't have burned the, I couldn't have burned the Chesto Berry early enough. Well, now I get the paralysis. And Politoed's going for the Surf. Interesting. Going to go for as much damage as possible. But SNORLAAAX survives and gets the rest. And that's going to be Chesto. But Scizor's already strong. Like, so strong. Okay. We need ultimate para hacks. We need Scizor to get paralyzed 3 turns in a row now. And then I might stand a chance. Okay, so we know that Politoed's not doing anything to me. It's all that Scizor. And Scizor took some damage from that Surf. So that means if it gets paralyzed once in a row, I think I can still win. I just need to get paralyzed right now. Get paralyzed right now, Scizor. Yes, okay. Now, I need Crunch to be enough damage to take out Scizor. If Crunch is enough damage to take out Scizor, because I'm not paralyzed anymore. I got that rest. SNORLAAAX. Love of God, SNORLAAAX, please be a hero. Scizor's Bullet Punch. It's not enough damage. We've already seen it not be enough damage. Alright, there's the Crunch. Is it enough? Please be enough. I can't look. We got it. Okay, now we don't need to get crit. Please. Oh, the Politoed got paralyzed. Guys, I think we got it. Now, I'm going to play uber safe. And I'm going for the rest. I can't believe I think I just came back. I think I just came back. And Politoed got paralyzed again. Politoed got paralyzed a lot this game, which is unfortunate. But now, I didn't know if the Crunch was a one-hit KO, so I didn't want to risk it. SNORLAAAX, now we're just asleep and paralyzed. Ice Beam. I mean, I know Politoed doesn't have the damage on me. That's the comeback right there. SNORLAAAX is a god. Like, the greatest SNORLAAAX. Shouldn't have happened, man. Shouldn't have happened. So now we just kind of go for that Crunch. Is it enough? Like, I want to see how much the Crunch is. So we're at the +6. Belly Drum, 4 times damage Crunch. And yeah, it wasn't a KO, so I played it safe by going for the rest and just drawing out the battle. Clutch Lax. 420 nap it, man. That was ridiculous. I should not have won. Well, it worked. It just came through. And that was great. And since it's immunity SNORLAAAX, you know, that's just a raw low damage Ice Beam. GG Luna. Oh, dang. We have to remember that. I came through with like a lot of stupid taunt stuff. That was supposed to be my Drifblim Dunsparce team. and it kind of fell apart. But I made it come through with all the paralysis and all this craziness, and that just, like, I was discouraged. I was dead. I was done in that battle. I knew it was over. If you guys enjoyed this video,